All right, so I wanted to make a YouTube video on how to replace the screen on an iPhone 11. This is an iPhone 11. As you can see, this one has a damaged screen. It's not cracked, but it's been dropped, and the side here is pretty messed up. So anyway, I've watched videos on this. They're usually pretty dry. I'll move this around. I'll try to do a couple of these. More curious to see how many viewers I get, so I apologize for my non-professionalism, and I am not an expert at this. So I ordered a new one. This one, I can't even tell you what company it came from, but tried to buy a more expensive screen this time. The past few I've done, wasn't too happy with some of the quality. So things this came with, I will point this down so it doesn't tip over. So it came in this box here. Comes with some screwdrivers. Should be everything you need to do the job, which I might or might not use any of them because I have so many here. So 3 screwdrivers. Looks like a guitar pick, pry tool. Throw that in here. Suction cup for pulling the screen off, which you probably will see I don't use. This is a mount for the front-facing cameras. It's kind of nice, actually. They usually don't come with those. You gotta try to take them off the old one. Doesn't work out great. Another small pry tool. This is for working your way around the edges, getting the glue off. SIM card tool. I've actually got no SIM card in this phone, so should not have to use that. Pry tool. This is good for getting cables off, which you'll see shortly. And plastic tweezers. I do things a little bit more risky, and I use metal tweezers usually as well. Use the plastic ones if it comes with it. Then we've got adhesive for some of the waterproofing. Not really what I like to use. I prefer to use a different kind of glue, but we will use that today just to see how it goes on. So I might mess that part up. It's my personal phone, so not too worried about it. And what we've got here is a brand new screen. Comes with a screen protector. We're going to put that back in the box so we don't break it. Then on the back here, you've got your cables, ribbon cables, the screen and the digitizer, the LCD. And there's a blue plastic film. You don't want to touch this area. You don't want to put pressure on it. So we'll set that aside for right now. If you get the chance, I'm going to show you this little mat that I've got here. It's anti-static. It's got a ground cable too. I don't use it, but if you're doing something real sensitive, electronic-wise, you can. It's got little cubby holes where you can put different things to store, different kinds of screws if you get collecting them, in case you lose one or drop one. Places to put parts that come out. It's also got little squares here where you can set your screws. So a lot of times with iPhones, the screws will be different. Sorry, when I mess with this mount here. Lengths. Sometimes you could damage your phone if you put it in the wrong spot. So to prevent from that happening, we are going to use that today. So this mount I borrowed from my son. Let me pause this video here. I don't even know how to pause it. We're just gonna tighten this up. All right. Righty tighty has turned into righty loosey on the camera mount, which might prohibit me from making this video. Bear with me. Fast forward if you want. Later, watch the whole thing. Maybe I'll get monetized. I doubt. God, this is terrible. Whatever brand mount this is, don't buy it. Well, we might be screwed. Maybe. I think we're okay. All right. It's got little octopus legs on it. Didn't have them figured out right. All right. Well, you can see past my screwdrivers here. Now this phone is iPhone 11, which I swapped the motherboard out of this one, which you can see is broken. Motherboard, cameras came out the other day, and I've been waiting for a screen. Should have made a video on that. If you got questions on it, leave a comment. I'll go back, I'll pull the motherboard out and show you how to do it. All right, so taking this phone apart. You look at the bottom here, you will see 2 screws right there. And we've got 3 screwdrivers that came with our kit. We've got one that's a regular Phillips. It's not that one. We've got another one that is a Phillips 3 points. It is not that one. And we have another one that is a hex head. I don't know if you can see that, but it's a hex head, and it fits these 2 screws. So I'm going to loosen these 2 screws up, take them all the way out. And I will set these 2 in my little tray here at the very top. That way I don't lose them. I'll move this over so you can see. Some other stuff on the table here. Yep, so we're going to use these little squares to store our screws. So now that we have those taken out, they're gone, we're going to take, there's a couple different ways to do this, but essentially what we're going to do, try to get between the metal frame and the glass to pry this up. Sometimes I use this tool here, or the guitar pick one, or something thinner. In this case, this actually fit in there, so I'm able to pry out. Now, when you're prying this out, you're best to take your little guitar pick, fit it in there, remove this, and work your way around, just getting the glue, cutting through the adhesive that is inside the bottom of the screen here. Sorry if I sound kind of awkward. I'm not a YouTube person. The sound of my own voice weirds me out. But look at that. The screen was actually broken, delaminated. This screen was actually pretty new. I just put it on my daughter's phone, and I bought it off a guy on Facebook, so I can't say what brand it is to tell you not to buy one. So before the pro phone guys get on here and say, hey man, why don't you try shutting the phone off before you do it? Probably right. Probably should. I'm not going to. So I have separated this all the way around. Now, one side of this will have ribbon cables and one side will not. So it will open up like a book, just like this. So you don't want to tear these cables. So what we've got here, when you look in here, is 2 ribbon cables. These come with the screen, and there's one up here. Now this, you don't want to tear this. This is your Face ID and facial recognition. This piece here is going to come off the screen and go on the new screen, but this piece is exclusive to your phone. If you break that, chances are you're not going to have Face ID anymore. That's not good. Makes the resale of your phone not good, and it's completely avoidable. So what I like to do is I try to find a comfortable position to set this down without putting stress on the ribbon cables, which is kind of difficult sometimes. Do your best. So the first thing I want to do is try to figure out where the ribbon cables are connected. I think I'm going to have to pause my video.